Hello and welcome to our next lecture on widgets. In this section we're going to be looking at the footer widgets. So again, from our WordPress dashboard we're going to go to Appearance, Widgets. And again we'll see all of our available widgets and our different areas that are widgetized. And because of how we originally set up the structure of this website, there's 4 columns in our footer. We could have set this at 2, 3, or 4. So let's just practice putting a couple different widgets in these footers and seeing how they look. So for the first one, let's go to, let's say we want to put in recent posts. So these are recent blog articles. Let's say we want to put that in our first footer column. So add widget. And you can see now it shows up here. And we can call it just our blog. So the last 5 blog articles will show up there. And we can limit this to any of our categories, so we could only show flooring blogs or whatever, but we're going to show all of them. So save it. And then maybe we want to put a contact. So this is a widget that's specific to our theme. It's a contact us widget or a contact information widget. So we want to put that in our second footer. So there it is. Let's just call it contact us, Paramount Design, just make up an address for her. Info at paramount.com. Okay, so we'll save that. So now we've got stuff in our first 2 widgets. Let's add something to our third. Maybe we want to do a custom menu. Add widget. And let's call it important pages. So remember we set up 2 menus. We have our main menu that's in our header, and we set up the secondary menu. Maybe here's where we want to put our secondary menu. Save it. And then for the last column, I think it would be a good opportunity to use this simple social links widget, or sorry, simple social icons widget that we installed. So go to footer 4, add widget. Just call it yes. So here's where you can kind of customize the way it looks. Let's just leave it all the way it is. And this is where you would enter in your URLs for your different social networks. So let's just cut and paste the WordPress social network stuff in here. So let's just choose their Twitter and their Facebook, just to keep it simple. Save. So now we have something in all of our different footers. So let's just see how our page looks. So here's our footer. So the footer actually will show up in the bottom of every page. So the first column we have recent blog posts. Second column we have our contact information. Third column we have this secondary menu. Fourth column, social networks. This is where we set up our different pages. And this will actually, if we click on this, this will take us to that Facebook page. So if we go back to our widgets, so let's say maybe we actually want to change this. We want to move our blog over into, move our blog over into the third widget, and we want it to show up just below that secondary menu. So we can drag and drop there. And let's say now in our first widget we want to put a video. So here's where we can actually use the shortcode's ultimate plugin that we did. This is the first time we're going to use it. We have a whole other lecture on it later, but for now let's just use it here. So we're going to put it in the first column, add widget. So you're going to insert shortcode. So there's tons of different shortcodes you can choose from. These are all basically shortcuts to doing certain things. So let's just pick YouTube as one. And we're going to go to YouTube, find a video that we want to put. Go back here, put the URL in here. You can customize the width and the height, but because it's in a footer, in a footer widget, the space is limited anyway, so it's going to kind of shrink it down to fit that space anyway. If you were putting this on a page, you could make it a lot bigger. Responsive, yes. Autoplay, no or yes, whatever you want to do. I'm going to say no. Insert shortcode. Let's save it. And let's go back to our website and see what happens here. So scroll down to the bottom. Now we have this video in our, actually, you know what, we didn't name it. Maybe we should name it something. So instead of the title just saying Shortcodes Ultimate, maybe we should say, I don't know, recent video. Now let's go back to our site. So here in the first column we have this video. Second column we have our contact info. Third column we have important pages, our secondary menu, and our recent blog. And in the fourth one we have our social networks. So this will take us to either of those pages. So that's just a little bit about how you can use the widgets to customize your footer, and this will actually show up on the bottom of every page. All right, that's the end of this lecture.